Okay. So see, we have Lisa, Evelyn. We are a small group, that's for sure. Wow. Rhonda, I can see that you're there too. All right. So this clinical day, um, basically it's the GI tract, what we're going to be discussing this week. So it's short chapters really. It's 52, 53, and 54. On Thursday, I am also going to talk a little bit about chapter 55. And the reason I'm going to do that is because when I looked at last Hesse, there were actual questions about, GERD and things of that, which is chapter 54, I think. But I wanted, chapter 55 talks about peptic ulcer disease. And I think that you guys need to understand how. So I think it's important to do that. So I will make sure that we do that. Let's see what else I wanna just pull out of there. I'm just looking down here. Yeah, GERD is a big topic. Give me a second. I'm just going over some of the pieces that I think. Oh, nasogastric tubes. So understanding, of course, the correlation. Hello, Elisa. Nice to see your face. So things of that nature, I think, are important, and we'll pull that out on Thursday. So bearing that in mind, your clinical work today is to do with an inflammatory bowel disease case. You're going to be working separately today. It's a clinical piece, the pathophysiology, talking about the abdominal pain, just to do with what that looks like and how the different quadrants, depending on where the pain is, can also, of course, pinpoint what's going on. For instance, right lower quadrant pain can indicate, for instance, appendicitis, but it could also be something to do with a GYN issue. So being aware of where it can occur, for instance, GERD, many times people will present thinking they're having an MI, a heart attack, right? But in fact, it's GERD. So these different things are important to be aware of. So I have put some of those pieces down. There is a young lady that presents to the ER. She's got irritable bowel syndrome. So there's different questions that you will be responding to. And then really what I want you to do is a beautiful care plan related to this topic. And I'm giving you pretty much the whole day to really delve deep into this, okay? And take your time and do a great care plan. And you can do it as a PowerPoint presentation. I think that might be a nice way because about 5 o'clock, I do want you guys to present that to me, okay? So that's where I'm going with today's class. Now, lunchtime, 1 o'clock, I do want to do some things like some dosage with you guys and really just hammer home the dosage count. And I do go over the exam as well that you will be having this week on Thursday. All right, those pieces are really what I want to concentrate on. Now, couple of things, housekeeping things. I know I looked about the exam. I don't think the exam is showing up. And I know you guys said there was an error message. Can you remember what the error message said? Because I reached out to Elsevier. They wanted to know, can somebody just go in and see for me what that error message says? And I'm going to let Elsevier know. I'm actually going to the school this morning. Good morning, Rhonda. Because I want to take some of these pieces that I know you guys can't actually register and things like that.
I was able to register last night finally, so it might actually work now.
Oh, you find because I went on Elsevier last night and I couldn't get on, so maybe they figured it out finally. Okay, Lisa, you registered.
Yeah.
All right.
But
Do you
initially,
guys
it was saying that there was an error, scheduling error.
scheduling error?
Yeah.
Maybe that got fixed by Concord. Can you guys, while we're here, can you, as I say, that's one of the things I'm going in today to sort out for you. And did you guys get your schedule yet for next term or not?
We have an idea. And I'm able to register.
All right. Okay. Well, Rhonda, this morning, if you could try that too and let me know if you can register, that would be great. All right, well, good. So they must have fixed it, whatever that is. And it is a little odd that Kaylin's, I am concerned about Kaylin. I don't know what's happened. Huh. All right, well, I will, as I say, my plan is to go into the school this morning and sort of get some of these little things figured out. So anyway, the same format, you've got questions to answer, you have a care plan to do. Let's upload those things by, please. That way we've got plenty of time to go over all of this with you. And let's, at 1 o'clock, as I say, what I really want to do is go over the exam with you guys so that you've got plenty of time to prep for that, and also go over some dosage counts. So if you've got some dosage count, is there any areas that you want to go over specifically with dosage count? Give me a heads up.
Just those questions that I did.
Yes, you sent them to me, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
I think they would be good ones for everybody.
Bye. All right. Oh, the other thing I want to talk to you guys about, I saw, Rhonda, that you did your essential packets. Thank you. And you did well on that. Have you completed your essential packets, guys, yet or not? Or are you still working on that? All right. Remember to get that done before your finals. All right. Take your time. I have not assigned extra work for you. Some other instructors do. Kaylin, hi. Oh my gosh, it's like seeing a long lost friend. Where are you? Where were you? Hi, you can see your lovely face. Hi.
Good morning.
Are you
Good morning. Hold on. Let me see if I can get the sound over here.
I can hear you.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, I didn't know if y'all could hear me. I'm sorry. I was trying to get it on my computer.
Were you okay? I didn't hear anything. And, you know, go back and watch the videos from last week for the didactic, okay?
Okay.
Please, because it will help you, all right? And I don't know what we were talking about. So let me just finish up about the packets. Make sure you do your essential packets. Take your time over it. That's the whole point, all right? I haven't given you extra work to do. Other professors do give students other pieces to do to really help you hone in remediation. I haven't, because I feel that the whole point of the essential packets is to help you remediate, and the recommended packets if you can. And really, I see it as, you know, you grown-ups, you know what to do, and it's really those are to help you. So don't rush them. Take your time. Get good grades on them. All right. With your final remediation, there is the expectation to get 78% on each packet. Yes. This is why I'm saying take your time. Don't rush these things. And as I say, moving forward, there probably are going to be some changes, and I don't know what that looks like for each professor. I don't tend to add in a lot of extra pieces. But getting 78% on each, all right? So just bear that in mind. Try and register if you can. That's great. Evelyn said she's been able to. Elisa has registered. Kaylin, try and see if you can register for your final. Apparently you're able to now. And Rhonda. I'm going to go to the school this morning and just figure out some pieces. I understand you've got a brief idea of what next term looks like for you. Today, you've got your individual pieces for your clinical. You're doing your questions. You're going to do a care plan. Have it done by 4 p.m. And then, as I say, at 1, we're going to go through dosage count questions. And I want to go through the exam for you and give you some pointers for the exam. And let's see what else I have that I'm thinking for you guys. That's pretty much it. Any questions for me?
Miss Fletcher, on my assignment, for my grade, some stuff hasn't been graded yet.
Are you talking? Yeah, I wasn't really sure what you meant. Are you talking about your remediation?
No, I'm looking here and it says week 7 and it has a 0. It doesn't have a score, but it has a percentage of what I'm supposed to have, 100%, but it's no score beside it. And
Week 7.
week 7 and
can you show
and
me?
March.
Do you mind?
What did you say, Miss Fletcher?
Are you able to show me what you're? Because it could be, sometimes what I noticed, and Mimi showed me this, it might be that, because all of it has been graded, so I'm not sure. Are you talking about the HESI? I'm not sure what you're talking about, so.
It says week 7 a.m. clinical work. June 24th is not graded.
You have to ignore that. Clinical work that you get graded on is, you get graded on your clinical work. It's the rubric, ultimately, that you get graded on. So there may be little gaps because where it says, I mean, I can put it in, but how do I explain it? I mean, I'll put it in, did it, because you did it, but the actual piece that you get graded on is the rubric. Does that make sense? No, probably not. Maybe a little bit.
I'm looking at it and it's no grade period. It needs to be graded for us. What I'm looking at is not the rubric.
Okay. I'll go in and have for you, Rhonda, and check that out.
Our grade isn't in for our midterm either.
For your midterm exam? Yeah, it is.
It's not in there.
No, it is. It is.
It hasn't changed my grade.
You can't see it.
Okay.
I don't think you can. Can you see your final grade?
Yeah, I can see my total grade. and it's still the same as before I took that test.
Your grades, I don't think you can see them. That's why we did the one-on-one. Hang on a minute.
Miss Fletcher, do you have it set up that way when we're not supposed to see it?
Well, actually, I tried to let you see it, but it, for whatever reason, it doesn't let you see it. And I don't think, as I say, there's a few things that I want to check today when I'm going to go to the school.
Yeah, because
So just,
I could see mine. If you go all the way down the page of when you look at grades, if you go all the way down, you can see what your total grade is right now. But it doesn't have that midterm grade in because my grade is still the same before that.
your midterm was done. I promise you, it's in there. So I'm not sure why you can't see it. What I'm thinking is you can't see your updated grades.
Exactly.
That's
Well,
what's going on. Because at the end, your total grades, and if you want, we can speak one-on-one, which is what I did with you last week. Your grades are in there, so I'm not sure what's gone on, and I'm going to try and refresh all this screen. But that's, I appreciate you.
Are you able to fix it, Miss Fletcher?
Well, that's one of the pieces that I want to talk with the school, because there's certain things that are going on that I don't know if it's a behind the scenes thing or whether it's because it's just so. For instance, week 7, all your EQs are in, right? But you're talking about, give me a second here. All right, so let's help you. If I put this in, which I'm going to do right now. All right, Rhonda, what you'll see is the clinical for week 7 is in, but it doesn't, all that really, that means you did it. And then I go in, I go to the rubric, and remember the rubric is not just about you doing the homework, the work, it's about your interactions, it's about were you on time, it's about are you participating. If you look at the rubric, it's about all of those other pieces. So Rhonda, can you now see where it says week 7 clinical work? It's done in there for you. And I'm thinking, okay, refresh the screen, you might be able to.
Okay, I see that it's been graded. And then it's also week 5 HESI.
Yeah, right. Well, you guys only just, I think, finished that. I'll check that for you. However,
Okay.
your remediation is in there. I'm not sure why you don't see it. Not sure. Your remediation is in there, and your final grades are in there. But I am, as I say, my plan is to go to the school this morning because there's a couple of things that I'm not sure are showing up. So the bottom is all of you are doing pretty well. I do think this week and the beginning of next week, remember you don't take your finals till next Thursday. So you have a little bit more time to really study next week, you know? And next Tuesday, we are going to do a overview. So do me a favor and send me some questions. Send me the areas that you want to focus on so that we can really spend a bit of time on Tuesday doing that. All right? Because I don't have any big plan on Tuesday, meaning do this or do that for clinicals, but we can do a review. So if there's specific areas that you really want to review that you don't feel good about, that's what we'll do. Definitely ABGs and some dosage calc for sure, I think would be a good idea. Not that you're going to get much of that on the final, but certain disease areas that you don't feel comfortable with, I think those are the areas that we need to focus on.
So that
Alright.
final's not gonna be the amount of math that we had on it.
No,
Okay.
no, not at all. In fact, you'll probably have, I'm looking at the last one, there was only one
Okay.
question. And the other question was on INOs. So I know some people get a little confused on the intake and output thing. And I'm just looking if there was any ABG questions. There weren't. Oh, there was one. There was one ABG. So there won't be a whole bunch of stuff like that. Okay?
Was it like an ABG question on if it's metabolic acidosis, or was it more of a question of the patient has metabolic acidosis and what are the signs of it?
I don't know. It
Okay.
was to do with asthma. So
Okay.
it was probably
Respiratory.
respiratory acidosis, of course, but I don't know how, I have no idea what that meant. But anyway, so Rhonda, obviously I don't want to say what your grade is to everybody unless you don't mind. For some reason, it's got the little I with the thing crossed there. So I don't know if that's something that Concord does. As that's why
So that's how mine look too.
you can't see it, right? Yeah. And I haven't done that. It popped up like that. So let me, that's what I'm saying, Kaylin, I'm happy to go over each of your total grades. And that's what I think is happening, that you can't see your updated grades. Your remediation, I'm sorry, your proctored exam, your HESI one was in there, and you all know what that grade was. You've seen that grade, right?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, you know what that grade is, but you haven't been able to see your updated grade. But we did the one-on-one, Rhonda. I told you what your updated grade was.
Yes, you did. I was just, I don't think I was concerned about what some grades that wasn't put in there that I was looking at.
And that hasn't changed. Your remediation, I haven't put the remediation grade because everybody hasn't finished their remediation yet. But I can put that in there today. And I'll go in and look at the HESI, the updated HESI. That should be in there too. But Kaylin, do me a favor. Once everybody leaves, I just want to have a minute to chat with you to let you know what your update is. All right, because you don't know yours. I didn't get a chance to speak with you. All right, so let's reconvene at 1 today. And you've got plenty of time to do what you need to do. Reach out to me this morning if you need to, if you've got questions. As I say, my goal is to get to the school pretty early this morning. And this is one of the things I want to talk about as well.
We're just on the case study.
Yeah, so you're going to do the case study today. You're going to answer the question. You're going to do it individually, which is why I'm giving you more time. I really want a solid, big care plan, please. All right. I want you to take your time over this care plan. You've got plenty of time. to really do a presentation, so that at 4 o'clock when we meet, we're going to do individual presentations, and of course upload the questions. I want you to take your time over it, and you know, and enjoy it. All right. And then, as I say, start thinking in your mind the areas that you feel weak in, so that we can sort of look at that for next week, what you want to what you want to work on regarding next Tuesday's clinical for overview stuff. All right. Sounds like a plan. All right. See you at 1. Kaylin, stay on with me a minute. Okay.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Hey, Kaylin. How you doing?
Good morning.
So, well, first of all, let me just let you know your grade is 90.
I don't like that.
All right, well, that's fine. So far, you're at 90. Unfortunately, in normal circumstances, that would be an A. For this is a B, but you're very well. You're proctored. Yeah, you're on your practice exam. You got 32%. You know. Yeah. So what? By the way, what happened on Thursday?
I wasn't driving, but I was on the road, but the connection was just like in and out, so it was just like,
Okay.
yeah.
So I put you as absent because I didn't see you at all. I had to put you absent. It's fine. It's not going to be a problem for you, but I'm just letting you know I didn't hear from you. I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know if something had happened. So I was concerned
So,
for you.
I mean, I had logged in at the I logged in at the beginning, and
Yeah.
then kind of like I think it was like maybe 10 or something. That's when the connection had started getting bad. So I was like, oh well.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not gonna hurt your grade. It's not gonna affect you. So don't worry about that. Just in future, if something like that comes up, at least contact me personally and let me know on mind, or email me the next day, because I didn't know if you dropped out. I didn't know what was going on. Yeah. So, just let me know in future. But you seem to be doing pretty well, actually.
Do you think the exam that we take Thursday will help the grade go up?
If you study.
Not the HESI exam, but our exam.
Okay.
Oh,
okay. I mean, you know what chapters we're working from, right? And as I say, at 1 o'clock, I'm going to go over the exam for you guys so that you know what to focus on.
Okay.
All right. But yes, I think that you'll do fine. I really do.
I just wanted the
now,
grade.
I don't know, with dosage calc, you really need to, I don't know what's going on with you with dosage calc. What is it that you don't get?
I'm not sure. I think it's like the setting up. It takes me a while to like set it up.
Mm-hmm.
And like the conversion, the different conversions, I always forget, like 1 gram equals this many milligrams or micrograms.
Yeah.
And I think I always get the two mixed up, like
So,
1,000 or the 100 or however it works.
So for you need to do dosage count questions. Okay?
Yeah.
If you're not doing that, you really need to. Okay. And have you done your remediation?
Not yet.
Okay.
That do.
I would take your time over the remediation. Do not rush it. Read the stuff. Okay?
This would be my first doing it this way, so
Take your time, Kaylin. It's not like there's a rush on it. So take your time on remediating. Understand where you went wrong. Learn it. Okay. Because it will help you. That's the whole point of it. All right. I will see you at 1. Get some caffeine in your system.
yes, ma'am.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.